Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this video to take an opportunity to introduce Moodle to you. There's going to be 2 sites that you guys are going to have to visit in order to navigate the course. And in this video, I'll talk about Moodle, and the second one, I'll talk about my language lab. So this is our Moodle site. This is for Spanish 112 FHW01, the one that meets at the High Point campus. When you open up our site, you can see me up here on the left-hand side. You can also see my email, my phone number, my blog, my office hours. And if you click on this, it'll take you to the actual office hours link at the school, in case you needed to know that. So you can call me, but like I've been saying in videos as an introduction to all of my students, just remember that I do teach 6 classes. I'm coming to High Point, but then I have to go back to Jamestown for the rest of the week. And in addition to that, we advise and we're on committees, so I will not be at my desk all the time. So if you really need to get in touch with me, probably email is going to work out a little bit better for you. Because even when I'm in the middle of class, if I have students working on something, sometimes I still check my email, and Mike can shoot off a quick email if it's something that can be answered rather quickly. Additionally, if you didn't want, given that I'm not going to be on High Point campus that often, and you guys are in my High Point class, if you open up this block where it says instructor and important class information, if you go to office information, it gives you a video as how to use Skype, and you can see I have Skype open right now. I leave Skype open often on my computer. Obviously, if I'm in the middle of class, I'll have to turn it off, and I won't be able to answer you then. But another thing is that I have the app on my phone, and I think that if you guys if you try to Skype me, it'll probably come through as a push notification on my phone too. So you might want to do that. And additionally, if you watch this video, you can see that we can share each other's screens and we can see each other. Both things that are benefits when trying to navigate, trying to resolve problems. So you might want to play around with get Skype set up as a way to get in touch with me. My blog, I have it already opened here. This is not anything that's obligatory. I just keep this because it helps me with class. If I have something that I want us to do in class, a video I want us to look at, sometimes I'll post it out here so I can really easily pull it up in class. But if, for example, we didn't get to, like if we were watching a video about El Santo and we didn't finish it and you wanted to see more of the video, then the blog is available to you guys. You can come back here and see it. And I have posted some stuff, I think I don't know if this is the oldest. Okay, so if you go all the way back to 2014, I have a blog post where I've got a lot of links to different places on YouTube that can help you with Spanish. I think this is having to do with accent marks. And I know I posted this. So if you decide not to continue studying Spanish, maybe you want to take time off, not that I recommend taking time off. I posted like a picture from our glossary, so you would know what things you should study in what sequence. That way, if you wanted to do some work on your own, you would know what to study in what order. So you could go to a site like Señor Jordan or Señor Beyes, and then you could type in Spanish alphabet and start there and move forward. Okay, and also on the side, you've got a copy of the syllabus, the grading rubrics. These come from Pearson, which I'm going to do a separate video on our Pearson site. But on the Pearson site, sometimes you'll be asked to do writing or you'll be asked to do speaking. And these are the rubrics that I use to score you. And it tells you what the numerical breakdown, how I translate that into a grade that I put into my grade book. The course schedule right now, it just tells you that when your homework is due, which I have all my homework coming in at the end of the day on Thursdays. So that's what that tells you. And then that just takes you to your grade book. If you have any trouble with Pearson, which we'll talk about in a little bit, this is the line that you call for Pearson help. This is a link that takes you to my language labs, which we've got a lot of our assignments in my language labs. This video tells you how to set yourself up in my language labs. You'll need this course code to set yourself up in my language labs. So that's where that is. These are also links for how to get the eText app for my language labs or our Pearson site onto your tablets, if you so choose to do that. These are links to tutoring, technical support, libraries, student services. Here's another link that explains to you how to do accent marks. This takes you to a page that asks you for certain information. If you have a problem with an assignment, these are the things that I ask of you, so you can see what I need from you. These videos help you when we get into Pearson. They just tell you how to turn off your pop-up blockers, your browser tune-up, how to set up your microphone. And so all of this stuff will always be on page 1 of our site and will be there forever. So let me just go into our syllabus to kind of talk about the class. This is a continuation of Spanish 111. So here's the description of it. Basically, it's a continuation of 111, so we still want you to have a better understanding of some of the culture within Spanish-speaking countries, and then also start developing your ability to read, speak, and understand Spanish. So throughout the course, you'll be learning more grammar, more vocabulary that will help you meet this end. This is the textbook, and I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do another video that talks about my language labs. In my language labs, you have an e-text, which is fine for me, which may mean you don't need to purchase this actual physical text, but you will need to set yourself up in my language labs. And like I said before, there's a video that tells you how to do it, and this is our class code, which you're going to need once you do that. So then what do you need for the class? You need to make sure you have access to high-speed internet, because even though this is a hybrid class, I'm only seeing you 1 day out of the week, the majority of your stuff is going to be completed online, and so if you don't have access to internet, that's going to be a problem. Okay. You also need access to email, Moodle, and then Skype if you so choose. Because you will be recording your voice, you will need to make sure that your computer can do that, and if not, then you're going to need to get a headset with a microphone that enables you to do that. Again, there's my contact information and my office hours, when our class starts, the census date, the withdrawal date, when we meet, when our final exam is. Census date, just make sure, for you guys, because you're hybrid, that means I have to see you on or before the census date. So just make sure that you show up to class on or before the 17th. Withdrawal, if you want to withdraw from our class, then you need to make sure you do it by the 3rd of April, and that's something that you have to do. I cannot do for you. This just gives your student learning outcomes. This is what we hope that you guys will be able to do upon completion of the class, and it deals with the grammar and being able to answer and speak on topics in Spanish and being able to read and write in Spanish, and then being able to reflect on various cultural aspects in the Spanish-speaking world. This is your grading scale, and this is how you are evaluated in the class. Just make sure that you do everything. If you're not doing well in my class, usually it's because you're not completing assignments. So just make sure that you're keeping up with everything. I don't take things late, so I need you to keep doing it every day. And this talks to you about extra credit, that I don't give extra credit assignments to replace an existing grade, but if you find something that practices either the Spanish language or exposes you to the culture and you present it to me, if I agree with you, then I'll give you 5 extra points on your final exam. No makeups, and then your time, I would plan, including the time we meet in class, to spend about 4 to 5 hours each week on the material in order to be successful. This just goes over the quality of instruction. These are the individuals that you can contact. If you have a problem with the class, you start with me. If I don't address your concerns appropriately, then you would go to the department chair, Shelley Letzweiler, and if she doesn't, you go above her to Dr. Laura Yanuzzi. This is how we deal with disabilities, our ADA statement. This is Title IX and what you can do if you feel that you or the class is in violation of or if you have been if someone has violated Title IX in the classroom, or if the classroom itself has violated Title IX, this is how you can deal with that. This is what we talk about, the online classroom, and this is where you go for help. But this is help for Moodle. If you have help, if you need help for Pearson, that's when you call this number. Okay, if the school's closed, then I will give you information regarding makeup of scheduled class time. And I should have posted that there, but essentially I will let you guys know via Moodle. It'll come through your email, and I'll probably tell you in class as well. This also gives you information about tutoring, the tutoring center, and this is information of tutor.com. Class attendant that you need. Do not miss more than 2 weeks worth of classes. I mean, it's best if you miss nothing. I will not kick you out of class. However, if you miss somewhere around 2 weeks worth of classes, you're probably not going to be doing very well, because we do have in-class activities. I don't always give one that I take up, but I do frequently. If you do writing for me in class or participate in an activity, I'm going to give you credit for it. And I usually give my students 100 just for doing it, because this is class practice, but you'll be getting a lot of zeros if you're not showing up for class. This goes over the academic integrity, the conduct policy, my email turnaround policy. I try to return emails within 48 hours. I think I do better than that. And if I do worse than that, that means something happened with your email. Maybe you sent me an email over the weekend and it was something that I thought needed more in-depth attention and was going to wait to get into school to do it on Monday, and then I completely forgot. So you sent it to the wrong address. Those kinds of things happen. So if you don't hear something from me within 48 hours of regular business time, then something happened and you need to contact me again. This is the information I need from you if you have a problem with an assignment, and I think that pretty much covers the syllabus. Okay, and so then I don't think there's anything else that I needed to go over regarding Moodle, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and make one that goes over my language lab.